All right, so I'm going to do this part 3 to this guy that calls himself Lord Jamar being disrespected. It's not really so much on Jamar anymore, but this is where it all comes from, and this is how I'm going to do this series, because this is that first video is the genesis of these next 2 that I did, the following 2. Listen, guys, I wanna make this crystal clear. I don't care if you go to college. I don't care if you have 5 degrees. I don't care if you're the most peaceful person. I don't care if all you want to spread is love and peace in life. Racist people are going to always be racist. Hateful people are going to always be hateful. Unless something just changed in their life that they just get away from that. But you want to know what they'll do? They'll come public and come clean about it. And they'll try to redirect and correct other people that's racist just like they was, and realize that they were wrong the whole time, and they won't have a problem coming out about that. I've seen it. I've seen it happen. So when that happens, if the last time I saw you was a racist and I didn't get a chance to break your jaw, I might do it. Yeah, I'll do it now. How do I know you're no longer racist, right? Because, yeah, this is what I'm saying. I remember seeing several people sit up there and tell you, man, I used to be one of the biggest racists, and break down in tears because this is how I was taught. I grew up in the church, and they didn't allow black people in the church, nobody, the Latinos, nobody, and I can remember how I felt, and, oh yeah, break down in tears and make it known of what they used to be. And they're not trying to start a podcast, YouTube channel, or trying to use no agenda. I'm talking about people flat out just genuinely coming out, saying what they're saying, and trying to, and if they do create any of that, it's a thing of try to bring as much peace as they can, and try to change the minds of people who decide to be racist. But here's the thing, right? Let's take sports and entertainment and all of that, right? Can you say who's racist and who's not if you don't know? Nah, right? You don't know. So you don't just go around assuming. So you mean to tell me that once you find out, you still treat those people the same way? You still find it in you to support them? Because that's what you're doing. Every time you go watch their movies and go buy their music, and that's what you're doing. I give y'all a perfect example of something, right? I hear a lot of black people. I see a lot of black people that have channels that they cover professional wrestling. Well, mostly nothing but WWE, so not so much professional wrestling, just WWE. Yet, let me give you an example. There's a company called AEW that's ran by a guy named Tony Khan, that's about diversity, that speaks and fights against racism. This is the same guy that said he would never hire Hulk Hogan because of, that racist shit and all, right? This is a guy who their tickets to go to their shows are like $50. To buy their pay-per-views at like $40 on HBO Max, $50 on Prime. This is a guy who basically wants diversity. This is a guy that basically wants professional wrestling, not sports entertainment, right? So they have their own audience. But let me explain to you what these black coons won't do. For every one of these black people that are misled, and I'm going to show you how you're still a coon, because you will make video after video after video after video after video after video complaining not only about the WWE giving you a trash product, charging you $10,000 to meet and greet Cody Rhodes, $50,000 tickets for WrestleMania. You motherfuckers don't even have money in the bank for your kids, but you spent $50,000 on a ticket for WrestleMania. Last year at Allegiant Stadium, they had 61,000 people. This year, for night 1, they had 39,000. Night 2, 41,000. That's a huge drop-off, right? Now, none of these people will support the company that's about diversity, but they support the company called WWE that they label racist. They don't support black wrestlers. They only, like I call it, the illusion of inclusion. That's all it is. They put them in there, and they basically complain about everything WWE does, and that they're racist, and they bring up the past things that happened, rumors and allegations that's brought against different people in WWE, and they're racist, right? But you know what I find really crazy? WWE was coming on Peacock. That's where all their pay-per-views and stuff were, right? All of a sudden, they move all that shit from there to ESPN Plus. None of you coons had ESPN Plus. And wow, you've been calling them racist and calling them a piece of shit company. You still went out and you subscribed to ESPN Plus for the sole purpose of being able to watch WWE, a company you're calling racist. Then you do watch-alongs. Why are you doing this to support a company that you call racist? Yet, the company called AEW, who's about diversity, the company called AEW, who shows it, no mentions of them. We don't do that for them. And here's another big-time company ran by Tony Khan, another billionaire who has a machine behind the product, right? So you know they're in great hands. But no, you don't support that. My example of people like that is this. You have a restaurant right here. And in that restaurant, there's a sign outside the door that says, everybody welcome. Right? We're all family. This restaurant right next to them has a sign that says, whites only, no blacks allowed, no people of color. I promise you, if you had 500 black people, probably about 325 of the motherfuckers would be standing scratching their head trying to figure out which restaurant they should go in. And the rest of the motherfuckers that know better, probably half of them would go to the other restaurant. The other half will probably just try to find somewhere else to go because they don't want to ruffle feathers. And you find these black people trying to give these racist people every reason and excuse as to why they should let them in. Yet, the food is better over here. More importantly, you're welcome over here. And you're treated respectfully and as an equal. And the service is great. But you'd rather go over here to be amongst them. Why? And you know they don't want you there. You know how it's been a saying, but you notice the more you ignore a person, the more attention they give you. The more something doesn't bother you, the more people that want to see you suffer, it bothers them. It's like one of those things. And that's why you see black people sitting up here trying to explain racism. I don't want you by me. I don't want any of you. I don't like niggers. Why you don't like black people? I'm not ignorant. I don't care. I am. I don't want nothing to do with your kind. Stay amongst your people. You're sitting here trying to explain to a racist that you're not like the rest of these niggas, huh? That's what you're doing. Trying to get acceptance. You're begging for acceptance. Then you go make a video telling somebody black that he's a bitch ass nigga. Nigga, when I see you pull up, nigga, why wasn't you like that with that racist? See, and what we do is we make it known. Take that coon monkey nigga shit somewhere else. Take that kumbaya my lord bullshit somewhere else. That shit don't get no fucking life over here with us. So these racist people know. You talking to a bunch of niggas, you ain't talking to black people. And if y'all can't understand that, then you'll always be irrelevant to our culture. Because until you learn to put your feet down and listen to somebody that's more experienced in life with these situations than you are and know better than you are, not because of age, but because of experiences, then you will be in the same position until the day you die. A good old boy scared to open his mouth and speak. What's the old actor's name? Morgan Freeman. He said one of the most untrue things that I've ever heard anybody ever say, right? And I might have said it in the first video, and in case I didn't, I'm going to say it now. When they asked him about racism, how do you eliminate it? He said, you don't talk about it, right? That's a great fantasy. But you think racism is going to go away because you stop talking about it? No, because somebody's always going to be talking about it. And the people that want it to exist are going to be the ones pushing their narrative as to why. And they're going to use the Bible. They're going to use your God telling these people of Israel that you can rule over all of the people of the nations. Take them and make them slaves and pass them down to the generations of your children. But you cannot rule over a fellow Israelite. That's why white people be like, hey, what up, cousin? Not brother, but cousin, for the most part. Sometimes might say that, someone might say that brother shit, but yeah, hey, cousin, right? And that's the ones that's considered good. Understand what I'm telling you. They don't care if we don't like how they see us or not. But they want you to know they're going to be who they are. And they say it publicly. The same type of people that you refrain from speaking about don't defend you or me. Understand? Like I told these people, y'all over here talking about these black wrestlers and how WWE is mistreating them. They're holding them back. They're not letting them wrestle to their full potential. And right? Those same black wrestlers are defending Triple H. They're defending TKO. They're defending the WWE. And you're still trying to make a point. So do you understand what I'm saying? You're standing up for black people that don't give a fuck that you're spending $50,000 to go watch WrestleMania and cheer for them. They don't give a fuck that you're spending $10,000 to sit up and talk to Cody Rhodes. Huh? So what are you protecting by being quiet? Nothing. You're lying to yourself. That's what you're doing. And that's part of the fucking shackles I'm trying to break off of your fucking brains. You're not understanding that. Why are they treating Jade Cargill like that? Why did she lose? She didn't even have the belt on. She only... Hey, no. My master is treating me just fine. The WWE is good to me. You're the one that's wrong. That's what you're not understanding. These niggas don't agree with you. They're against you being against their boss, their masters. But y'all are sitting up here because they're black making excuses for them. Don't give a fuck if they was to leave WWE tomorrow and admit this shit later. It don't make a difference. Look at the black people that came to WWE while y'all were crying racism. So do you think that they give a fuck about racism? Nah. All they care about is a paycheck, right? And which, by the way, anything WWE can pay their wrestlers, AEW pay them that and some. Yeah. They can match whatever they pay. Everybody's not worth what they're asking for, though. And case in point, you not addressing things publicly. And this go for anybody that's doing this shit. You're not helping anything. So don't think that when you agree with me that makes me... No. I delete and get rid of motherfuckers that come on my channel with that coon monkey shit. But it's not for me. When you agree with me and you make it known, cool. We're on the same page and I understand. But when you agree with me, but then you have a drawback, right. That's like somebody beat your wife up and you find out about it. I come and tell you, hey, nah, man, I saw these two dudes that jumped your wife. They still over there. Let's go get these motherfuckers. And you like, nah, yeah, that's fucked up. They shouldn't have put their hands on my wife. Yeah, you right. That shit was bad. All right, go take care of it and let me know what happened. What the fuck you mean, motherfucker? That's not my wife. That's your wife. So you going to agree with everything I say, but you're not going to go and put fucking foot to ass. Well, that's your wife. So if I go and defend your fucking wife, what the fuck does that make you? You see, that's the point. You're letting the niggas blend in with the blacks without separate. No, no, no. Don't nobody know. That's a coon right there. Don't mistake that person for who we are. Is it Ohio where they had them skinheads walking around marching in America? Huh? Publicly. And what happened? They had some militant blacks that fuck that. They masked up, got their fucking M16s and was walking around protecting and defending their fucking area. And you know what they were doing? Crossing little kids across the street, making sure the traffic was flowing right. You understand what I'm saying? Making sure that the people in that neighborhood was safe. And you know what racist white people were doing? They were jumping up there on their fucking cell phones, on their interviews. Yeah, they just want a reason to be racist and militant. And so wait, you have no problem with the skinheads doing what they did. And it was the police who hid them in a U-Haul truck to get them out of there safely, right? Yeah, see, all of that bullshit. But they made it sure that they went public. And see, they're not hiding their faces. They're sitting up here saying what they're saying openly. And if you're not a seasoned vet, then you really can't talk to me about shit and expect me to understand your fears when I understand your fears. Just like when I tell you but I don't relate to it. When I tell you people that embrace mental health issues, you don't embrace that shit. You figure out, and you take the due process to get through it, to get past it, to eliminate it, to get rid of it. That's what you do. Don't embrace it and use it as a crutch to go through life. If you have mental health issues and you work somewhere, because you can have mental health issues and still be intelligent work-wise and know how to do, you don't carry out your task and all that. You can have a lot of smarts. But let's say you deal with somebody, a client, right? Or whatever, a customer, whatever work you do. Let's say you deal with somebody that's paying for service, okay? And that person has mental health issues. You're sitting in a meeting. Management is telling you, people, we all go through things, and I know life gets tough, but you got to leave your problems home. When you come here, we need you to be professional, yada, yada, yada. Now, that same manager is having a conversation with you because you dealt with someone paying money with mental health issues that threatened your life, caused you every type of nigga, disrespected you, spit on you, and they're telling you, but this person has mental health issues. You got to understand, we have to deal with people with care, and you never know what the person's going through, and you sit there staring at the motherfucker. Bitch, you talking to somebody with mental health issues. No. See, what's the difference? Well, I don't give a fuck about you having mental health issues. I give a fuck about that person because they're our paying customers, so they can never do wrong. The customer's always right. You agree with that shit? You're expected to be able to woosah and have an understanding even though you have mental health issues. But somehow your mental health issues get undermined versus that person. Let's say somebody has a higher position than you and have mental health issues and they disrespect you. But they don't go to the person with the higher position and say that you have mental health issues. You got to deal with that person differently. But they come to you because that person has a higher position. So chain of command says you have to listen to that person. That doesn't mean you got to take the disrespect, right? And their wrongdoing, right? So all this motherfucker got to do is crash out and cry and talk about what they're going through, but because their position is higher, you get reprimanded. Do you see what I'm telling you? So those shackles on your mind will prevent you from understanding simple shit like that. And if you say, I understand it, then cool. You should know exactly what I'm saying with everything that I've said in this video, the second one and the third one. Which is this one. Because this is what I'm telling you. Y'all hold on to something and y'all keep this thought in y'all head. You not publicly addressing what black people do wrong is a detriment and it's a disservice to our people, to me, and to yourself. For the simple fact that you are aware. And that would be no fucking different from a cop knowing that there's a murderer in your neighborhood. But they sit up eating coffee and donuts and watching porn on the computers at home, at the office, that they don't give a fuck. Let's wait till somebody get murdered. Then we'll give it about an hour and a half and show up with like 25 cops pretending we give a fuck. Imagine if that cop said, well, I know that there's a killer out here, but I just don't give a fuck about y'all. And he's white, so I don't want to sit up here and address it and make it like it's, so you're trying to protect the killer, huh? Because he's white like you. Regardless, awareness. Once you are aware, you don't have the fucking right to pretend that you don't. And if you do so, when something happens to you, nobody's going to give a fuck. And even if they did, something can happen so bad to you that you never get over it. Mentally, you're going to mind fuck yourself. Because you want to know why? You're going to know I was the same way. And where I could have helped, where I could have gave a damn, where I could have lifted my voice, I didn't. Somebody else did the same thing that I was doing to somebody else. You okay with people thinking, our little kids growing up thinking that it's okay for people to call us niggas? They listen to black songs and hear black people calling each other niggas? Huh? It's okay for your little black daughter and son to grow up thinking it's okay to give girls date rape drugs and then rap about it in music? And then watch racist white people sit up there and do videos about it and watch racist people try to explain our culture and history to people? You think that that's okay? So you don't need to basically voice the truth to them. Just let them think whatever. So whether you did it privately or publicly, you don't think that your knowledge is necessary, but instead you'd rather the ignorance overshadow what you actually know, where you can lift your voice and help our people. Because that's what this is about. That's what this is about. When I look on the front line, I don't want to see you behind me. I need you next to me. That's what frontliners do. We're leading the people behind us. The people on the front lines are the head of this shit. If you're not on the front line, then you're not qualified to talk to me. Now, I'm not against talking to you because I want to help. I want to be there for people to understand what the movement is. But you're not qualified to talk to me, to explain any of that shit, if you're just responding to let me know that this is just who you are. Because at that point, you're no help to yourself, me or our people. And basically all you're doing is lying to yourself about what your stance is. We can't know something and then be shh about it. Just like if you at work and you're being mistreated, you see it. Oh, I'll say this shit behind closed doors, but not publicly. But you expect to change. So are you one of them, oh Jesus, please Jesus, we come to you one more time, or whatever the fuck you believe it. Are you one of them? Or are you that person that, nah, fuck that. We need to stand up and we need to speak about this shit. And if nobody else punk ass in this room will speak, I'm going to speak. Because I'm going to let them know you can do that to them, but not me. I don't give a fuck. And what happens, happens. Because I'm not here to be your bitch. Ain't no niggas and slaves here. I'm here to do a job. And you going to respect me. The same way you respect these people in office with suits and ties on, you're going to give me that same respect. Simple. Or we going to have a problem. And I'm someone, everywhere I've worked, I've made that known. So where do you stand? What do you stand for? And wherever anything was cloudy, if my words is not enough to wake you up for you to see what the bigger picture is, then nothing will. Because the truth of the matter is, bro, we got too many soft niggas speaking for black people. Too many ignorant niggas speaking for black people. Geechee Gotti, the battle rapper that went out robbing pharmacies, that got himself incriminated himself and got himself in some shit. I remember him battle rapping. In one of his battle raps, he made mentions of, I think it was against the same guy that was fucking around, Remy Ma was cheating on Papoose with. And I remember him referencing Papoose and Remy Ma was the symbol of black love. To who? To who? I mean, Papoose got credit and praise because she went to jail for some years and he stood by her. married her before she got arrested, and when she went to jail, when she came home, he was there for her. If you know the ins and outs of the story, then you know that basically he got played and was disrespected, and bottom line, he didn't see the signs earlier. But that's what he got credit for. I've never heard nobody before Geechee Gotti made that comment talk about them being the symbol of black love. I've heard him get credit. And I've also heard people question that, like, while she was locked up, is he doing all this for nothing? Because if this relationship come to an end, what did he do all that for, right? That relationship came to an end, didn't it? After Geechee Gotti made that comment, all of a sudden I heard black people say Remy Ma and Papoose was the symbol of black love. No. What you mean? How? Explain how. They can't detail information on claims that they make. They're just repeating something they heard a battle rapper say. Now, when you look at the outcome and the fallout and hear the stories, is that what we want black kids and black people to just think that's what black love is about? We meet, suck, fuck, make kids, then marry, and then divorce. Look at the mess that their relationship turned into. Look at all the shit that was being said. So outside of that being a battle rap line to explain the position to the motherfucker he's rapping against, how? And when the fuck did Remy Ma and Papoose become the symbol of black love? How? Do you hear anybody saying Clarissa Shields and Papoose is the symbol of black love? And what the fuck does that even mean? I know the point he was trying to make when he was making the point, when he was rapping and all, but bottom line, just even to say that, how do they symbolize black love? What the fuck does that mean? Are we all supposed to have the same exact relationship? Do the same exact things that they did? See, we gotta break away from the stupid way of thinking. Once again, we have to lose that nigga mentality. We have to stop speaking just to respond. And we have to understand something. Either you bought that life or you not. Our house nigga didn't see himself as a slave. He thought his position was his rightful place. And because he seen himself as being better than the field nigga, he really thought that his shit didn't stink, didn't it? The field nigga, they know something ain't right. But what can I do to be like that house nigga? How do I become a house nigga? I'm telling you, slavery, the Willie Lynch shit, all of that shit causes that crabs in the barrel mentality. All of that shit is the reason why. Look at what Willie Lynch wrote in that letter. Look at what he wrote and look at the effects. It still applies right now. If you had a house nigga helping feed the field niggas when the fucking master was gone, if he was doing anything to help them, to give them water, field niggas would snitch. The field nigga wanted to trade places with the house nigga. So he either gonna kill this house nigga or swap and put him out there in the field. Yeah. First thing he do wrong, we gonna beat his ass. A motherfucker will strip you of your rights, your family, your dignity, your pride, everything about you. And my number one goal is to make you fear and love me. Don't you ever turn on me. Don't you ever talk back to me. Don't you ever, ever, ever try to run away and become free. I own you, nigga. And a house nigga think that he's the shit. House nigga think he's on top of the world because master let me in the house. I ain't no field nigga. House niggas stench on the field niggas for not working. Getting tired taking a break when it's not break time. When is break time? Nigga, when I tell you to stop, that's when. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. House nigga didn't realize he was a slave. Harry, you know, when Harriet said, I freed a lot of slaves, and I could have freed a lot more if only they knew they were slaves. Yeah. These house niggas didn't realize that they were slaves. But they thought that that was their rightful place. But they know. I don't ever see masters slap white people in the face and call them niggas and coons and crackers or whatever. They don't call them names and beat them. They don't disrespect them. I don't ever see white people go and serve black people. I don't know. No. This is your rightful place here, nigga. You're lucky to be here, nigga. Your school curriculums have replaced the word slave with servant. Your school curriculum got born racist and little made up pictures hugging black people and holding black babies. I stand up for and defend good black people. I don't stand up for and defend niggas. They don't stand up for and defend us black people. Learn the difference. That's all I got for y'all now. Catch y'all on the next video.